Hi, here is Aditya Nowotny. Enjoy progress, success and happiness. Today it's not a live stream because up here on the peak of Mauna Kea I don't have internet, so I decided to record this video for you and upload it later on. So here on the Mauna Kea we have the highest peak of the planet. In fact, it goes down the ocean to the ground 6,000 meters deep, and then from up where it rises from the ocean up to the peak of Mauna Kea another 4,205 meters. That's altogether 10,203 meters, and that's more than Mount Everest, which reaches up 8,800 meters. So an impressive mountain, which actually has been 4 million years ago even higher. It has been 17 kilometers high. It has been 17,000 meters, and because of its massive weight, it sank down during the millions of years till now. So now it's only 10 kilometers high from the bottom. It was 17 kilometers high. So if you understand anything about energy, such a high rising mountain, first of all, how much cosmic energy does this peak draw down? Secondly of all, how much magma, how much earth power was needed to bring up a peak so high that it measured 17 kilometers. That's why it's not surprising that for the Kahunas, for the Hawaiians, here the gods reside. And you always greet this mountain with respect when you go to it. So, today's question to you: are you moving forward? Are you moving ahead? And I ask this question customarily. I just experienced it now driving up the mountain, how slow some people drive. Of course, they need to be careful. They may not be used to mountain driving, and that's absolutely okay. So don't drive risky, drive reasonably, drive responsibly. However, some people, they are so fearful, they drive extra slow, thereby often creating, it's quite interesting, that slow drivers who are extra fearful, they are sometimes creating the most dangerous situations. Even when I was young, I was often observing drivers who were always on the brake pedal. So you see it by the brake light in the back of the car, it's always red. And you wonder, do these people wonder why they're not coming forward, why they're not moving ahead, when they're always standing on the brake? So my question to you: do you stand on the brake all the time in your life? Are you moving forward? Do you move forward agreeably, satisfyingly, or even blissfully? Are you happy with your rate of progress, with your speed of moving ahead? Or do you ask yourself, why is nothing happening in my life? Why am I moving not forward? Why does no one come and help me? Why are things not happening for me? Why are things happening for other people but not to me? Well, there's a very interesting explanation. Carol Dweck, a Harvard psychologist, wrote a book about it. It's called Mindset. And it has researched for years, she has researched for years, the people that have a growth mindset and the people who have a fixed mindset. So growth mindset people are people who love change, who are always moving on. And these are the people who are actually, well, not so easy for the people who have fixed mindset, because they are always creating new situations. They always want change. They are agents of change. So the people with the fixed mindset, they don't appreciate people with growth mindset. And we don't know the exact number, but up to 95% of the people have a fixed mindset. It means they like to be stuck, they like to be fixed, they like not to change all the time, whereas about 5% of the people have growth mindset, and they know life is a river, they know life is a constant change. So it happens in your body, it happens in your cells. Every minute millions of cells die. Every minute millions of new cells get born. It happens in your brain whenever you learn something new. New synaptic connections are being made, new neuronal pathways. And if and when enough new neuronal pathways have been made, then suddenly a quantum leap happens, and suddenly even more connections are being made, and you have an aha moment. You suddenly see a much bigger picture than just a single ahas that you have made, because now suddenly all these synaptic connections start making sense, and even more neuronal pathways are connecting, and you have what Wayne Dyer calls a peak moment or a quantum moment, what other people call an aha effect, and which happens regularly to people who have a growth mindset, and which happens not so often to people who have a fixed mindset. Because growth mindset people, they like to learn every day something new. They never stop learning. And they like to do something new every day. They don't want to become stuck. They don't want to become relics. Like some people, they keep doing the same things they did for months and for years, and they don't do anything new. In fact, when you meet them and you speak with them, they will even say the same words, tell you the same stories they told you already last year, or sometimes even 5 years ago or 10 years ago. Do you know such people? They exist. They are fixed mindset, they are very kind people, very nice people, and actually they are the majority. They are not the people who make others uneasy. They are, you can calculate with them, you know they will be like this in years to come. You can rely on them. Whereas the growth mindset people, who knows where they will be next year? Who knows where they will be in 5 years? It's just a principle. It's not like growth mindset is good or fixed mindset is good. It's just the difference. The question for you is, of course, what do you want to be? Do you want to grow? Do you want to move ahead? Are you moving ahead? What is your progress rate? Is it satisfactorily? Are you happy with the speed of your progress? Or would it be nice maybe to move ahead faster? So ask yourself, what are the processes I'm in right now? What is the journey I am at right now? For example, I often travel. I travel most of the time, nearly for the last 40 years of my life. And oftentimes other people travel with me and they say, oh, Aditya, it's amazing. With you, it's always like on a journey. And I said, I am on a journey. Life is a journey. And then they say, yeah, and it feels so great. Like every day is a holiday. And I say, yeah, every day is indeed a holy day for me. Every day for me is a celebration. I celebrate every day. Because in fact, the day that you have right now never comes back. It's unique. Either you use it or you lose it. So that's about learning every day, living every day to the fullest, and not repeating today again the same stuff, the same patterns, the same mechanisms that you have repeated already for so many days. It would be such a waste of that beautiful day. So for me, every day is a holiday. Every day is a day to do something new, to learn something new, to ask something new. It's also a lot about what questions do you ask yourself. And if you ask intelligent enough questions, if you ask enough provoking questions, then you will be amazed how much progress will come, how much change will come, how many new avenues you will see, how many new neuronal pathways, neuronal connections will be made in your brain. And then you may become, for some people, a very uneasy person, a very uneasy element. Whereas for others, they will say, welcome on the journey. We are moving ahead. We are travelers. We are moving on. So again, my question to you, are you moving ahead? Are you satisfied with the speed of your progress? What are the processes you are in right now? Are you satisfied with your speed? Do you love being in the process? Do you love changing every day? Do you respect the journey? And of course also, do you respect those who prefer to take rest? Sometimes years of rest. those with fixed mindset. Those who say, oh, I like it here. I stay here. I don't want to change. I try to keep it as it is. Life is short anyway, and I like to stay in my comfort zone. Both are legit solutions to life. And these are actually the two big models that you find in life, the fixed mindset and the growth mindset. So that's it for today. From the peak of Mauna Kea, I'm going to meditate now, enjoy the sunset, which is coming up in a few minutes. It's ice cold here, that's why you see my skin like already nearly frozen. And I'll see you tomorrow again in the next live stream. Bye bye for now.